Fox and Lloyd reminisced about the time it took to make the classic Back to the Future as they traveled down memory lane. The actors recalled their time as Marty McFly and Doc in the popular film series, which originally had another actor as the adolescent sidekick. The characters of Marty and Doc have been firmly intertwined in moviegoers' thoughts since the release of Back to the Future 37 years ago. The movie, directed by Robert Zemeckis, was a critical and audience hit. It cost $19 million to produce, but only the US and Canada saw its first weekend's earnings of $11 million. Due to its success, two sequels were made and published in 1989 and 1990. The chemistry between the movie's two main characters, the eccentric Doc, portrayed by Christopher Lloyd, and his adolescent sidekick Marty McFly, played by Michael J. Fox, who went on to become a Hollywood celebrity as a result of the movie, was a significant factor in the movie's popularity. The two met together on Saturday at New York Comic Con to discuss the film that launched their respective careers 4 decades earlier. Did Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd have a reunion? When Chris and Michael Fox initially met, Michael Fox said that Chris was the finest part of working on that movie. He continued by expressing his gratitude to all the devoted viewers, claiming that the Back to the Future movies had given him his whole life, a reference to his fame as an actor. Fox continued by calling Lloyd brilliant and praising his capacity to keep the audience interested while delivering information-heavy lines. According to Lloyd, they had chemistry right away after their first scene together. Additionally, Lloyd shared a few details about the circumstances surrounding the movie's production. He described how Fox switched out Eric Stoltz for Marty McFly after the movie had already begun. And as a result, Lloyd believed that even though he had just about survived the first 6 weeks, he would now have to start from scratch. Fox chuckled as he recalled how excited he had been when asked to play the guitar in the movie, believing that learning a new ability would wow the ladies. Fox also said that he had been worried that his brilliant co-star would outperform him. He continued to brag about his co-star, calling him brilliant, claiming it was a joy to work with him every day and that he loved it whenever he got to work with Chris. Adding that he knew anytime they'd be working together, he knew it would be a good day. The actor also discussed his own experiences with Parkinson's illness, which he has had for about 30 years now. Fox went on to describe Parkinson's as the gift that keeps on giving, yet he still considers his disease as a gift and says that he would not change it for anything. He continued to say that it's not about the things he has, but about the things he's been given, possibly referring to his blessings as a world-famous actor who's able to use their platform and wealth for numerous good causes and charities. Fox published a book on his experiences with Parkinson's and established a foundation in his honor to fund research into the illness. He announced that he was leaving the big screen in early 2020 after performing while suffering from the illness. What happens in Back to the Future? The life of Marty McFly is terrible. His mother Lorraine is an obese alcoholic, and his father George is routinely harassed by his boss Biff Tannen. Marty receives a call one day from his scientist friend Dr. or Doc Emmett Brown, instructing him to meet him in Twin Pines Mall at 1:15 a.m., where Doc would reveal and show Marty a time machine that operates on plutonium constructed into a DeLorean. Marty accidentally starts the time machine, which sends him back to 1955 and into his parents' meeting as teenagers. To reconcile with his parents, he persuaded Doc that he's from the future and eventually traveled back to it. Marty needs to figure out how. This film's cultural significance comes from the fact that it employs its daring sci-fi premise to investigate the odd connections that children have with their parents, in addition to being a fun-loving, high-concept comedy that tackles the stranger implications of time travel. According to Back to the Future, we don't know our parents' true identities. Everyone learns this lesson at some time, and for many individuals, it serves as the cornerstone of their adult relations with their parents. Marty can only communicate with his parents through time travel after discovering their true nature. The sci-fi setting of the film so conveys its powerful message. If you're liking the video so far, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Where's Michael J. Fox now? In addition to his part in Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox also acted in successful movies like Teen Wolf, The Secret of My Success, and Casualties of War throughout the 1980s. Fox initially stated in front of the public in 1998 that he'd received a Parkinson's disease diagnosis in 1991. After receiving his diagnosis, Fox has devoted much of his time to the cause, and in 2000, he established the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Fox has scaled back his activities and has had less prominent roles in movies since receiving his diagnosis. From 1999 through 2005, he provided the voices for the principal characters in the Stuart Little movies. He's also provided voices for various other movies, including Atlantis: The Lost Empire as Milo Thatch. Fox retired in 2020 as a result of his deteriorating health issues. In his memoir, No Time Like the Future, An Optimist Considers Mortality, he said that there's a time for everything, and his time putting in a 12-hour workday, he says that he wants to enter a second retirement, and that even if it means that it's the end of his career, it doesn't matter to him. Where's Christopher Lloyd now? Christopher Lloyd made his film debut in the well-known psychological thriller One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 1975, making him well-known before the Back to the Future series. Lloyd starred as Uncle Fester in the gothic comedy The Addams Family, and its follow-up Addams Family Values after finding success in Back to the Future. The 83-year-old has had a very successful career and is still active in the acting industry today. He recently appeared in the 2022 movie Spirit Halloween the Movie, and now voices the evil hacker in the American children's television series Cyber Chase.